Hi, it's Tash from Foxes and Brown Bears Tarot, and last week I posted a video on one of the spreads that I commonly use in the morning, and I had a request to share a spread that I use in the evening. And so I'm just going to show you a simple 3-card spread that I quite often use, and the first 2 cards come from a tarot deck, and then the last card comes from an oracle deck. Now, with regard to tarot decks, I like to pick either very contemporary tarot decks or decks where I can relate to. So there has to be elements of my world visible in that deck, okay? Because I don't necessarily use them in terms of the meaning of the card. I just look for elements within the imagery that I can relate to that particular day. So my favorite one to do this with is Poppy Palin's Everyday Enchantment, because it just got elements that are just so familiar. Okay, so we can all see elements of our world within this. So that's my favorite one to use. However, I have also used it with decks like the Dark Mansion, and that's because you can still see elements that you can recognize. I mean, less so, but it's usable. Okay, but ultimately it's a deck that you relate to and that you can pick out imagery from. So the first 2 cards that I'll pull are from the tarot deck. So the first one looks at what I've learned that day. What were my lessons? And so if I were to pull this card, I might look at it and go, well, actually, I've learned that sometimes life's messy and that I have to just accept that sometimes fun comes from mess, and that being overly anal about it is actually going to impact on your relationships, whatnot. Okay, so that's what I've learned. The second card is what I'm grateful for. So I might pull this card, and here I could bring out a lot of things. I mean, the thing that jumps to me immediately is I'm grateful that I'm able to actually buy coffee in the morning. I'm very grateful for my morning coffee. But obviously you can also look at the fact that I'm grateful for my pet. I'm grateful that I have a home. So you just pull out elements of that particular card. And it's a great way to end the day because you're really reflecting on your lessons, but you're also focusing on the positives of that day. And gratitude is such a valuable exercise. And anyone who's watched some of my videos knows that I've done a psychology series, and one of those is about gratitude. And so I talk about the benefits of gratitude in that. All right, so then the final card is an oracle. Now, just as an explanation of the types of decks I might choose, this is the one time where I'm not going to pick an oracle that has a lot of balance to it, because I don't really want to pull negative cards before going to sleep, because this is a wrap up of my day. I want to leave it with, okay, I can't change what happened that day anymore, so I need to look at the positives and I need to learn from it. And so I try to pick decks that have very positive meanings, or at least constructive meanings. So some examples that I've used the Angels, Gods and Goddesses, and this one's a great little deck because it's got some excellent messages. Oops, sorry, that was the box. And as you can see, it's someone you love is thinking fondly of you at the moment, or stand up for what you believe, you'll gain respect by holding your ground, or the angels surround both you and your family at the moment, or this is a wondrous time for exploration, romance, creativity, or you're being encouraged to walk away from a current conflict. A partnership is blessed and destined for greatness. So what I do is I will pull one of these cards as the final takeaway message for the day. So, looking at the reading, what I've learnt is that life can be messy, and that's okay. What I'm grateful for, my cup of coffee in the morning. And my takeaway message would be, I need to communicate clearly. Don't be afraid to tell it like it is. And so that's pretty much my wrap up of the day. Now, some other alternative decks that I can show you, if you don't like that kind of angel-y deck. I have also used Kyle Gray's Angel and Ancestors Oracle cards for this. This also works quite well because the messages are quite clear. So feel loved and comforted, intend and create, take care of your needs, set your sights higher, drop your shields. And so once again, if I just pick a random card, it will be take charge with authority. And that's my take home message. So yeah, so it's kind of, or surround yourself with protective energy. So that's another alternative deck to use for this. You can also use animal decks. So one that I quite like for this is the Spirit of the Animals Oracle by Jody Bergsma. And the reason for that is because it has some really nice messages directly on the cards. And these are super large cards, but you'll see it's wisdom. So let your head and mind reach the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak for you. You know much. So what a nice message to end the day with. And they really all have that. And so it's a very nice way to end. So if I pull a random card, my takeaway message for this one is protection. You are master finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. Persevere and you'll succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. So great message to go to sleep to. Another one as well, if you want something quite quirky, which I find is particularly great if I've had a bad day, is sometimes I'll pick an affirmators card. And the reason this is really cool is they're super cute little messages and they're great little cards. So things like worthiness. I'm worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve and accept it. And damn it, I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party. I won't even tell him where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, no, I think you're thinking of something else. And then I'll run away very quickly. So kind of humorous, really fun. So if I were to pull a random card, it'll be inspiration. There is a voice of inspiration within me. Right now it's only a whisper, but the more I listen, the louder it will get. Soon it will be a flawless speech, voiced by James Earl Jones through a megaphone with lots of applause. So that's pretty much my evening spread. So what have I learned? What am I grateful for? Takeaway message. I hope this has been helpful and thank you for watching. And if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe. Have a fabulous, fabulous day. Bye.